1-month overview reading for MNMD, Mind Medicine, for the month of July 2022. It's currently July 7th, 2022, 4:43 p.m. So the overall theme and behavior, sideways fluctuations with a bullish trend. It precedes a decline, and it's mixed with, it's crossed with, it's either Congress or some sort of legislative agency, something like that. There's a leader that's not so common, likely Congress, that it's crossed with. Interesting. Huh. Okay, so the behavior around the month's high is there's a sharp decline with some bearish price swings and a sharp decline in there out of the high, and then the behavior near the low is going to be multiple failed attempts to break through resistance level, key resistance level. There'll be multiple headwinds pushing the stock lower into the month's low, and it'll reach a important support level on like a year-to-date chart. It'll reach an important support level near the low. Near the high, I would mark that as the Prince of Swords, so there's volatility there near the high. A fast, sudden move higher out of a decline. Okay, so on the first, we had volatility with two local highs. What I mean by local highs is that if you look at a one-day chart of the first, you'll see two prominent highs. So there's two local highs in the midst of some volatility, and there's a sharp dip within that period of volatility. One of those local highs is like 3 posts through the same price level and then a sharp decline. And the other local high forms after we make a big move higher out of being oversold. On the 5th, we had a crest. There's a swing trade opportunity and selling from near overbought territory on the RSI. A crest of the month's crest or prominent high here. Swing trade opportunity involves a period of volatility that increases in volatility as we move forward in time. On the 6th, it looks like we have a possible low or trough here. On the 6th, there's one local high. There's also a correlation to sideways fluctuations preceding a decline, bullish sideways fluctuations preceding a decline. So we have a move higher through a resistance level. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down to the same price level. And also, the local high forms. The local high forms when we have a breakdown through a support level and meet a secondary support, and then move sideways, rotating sideways along that support. On the 7th, we have a prominent trough or an important month's low here, and it looks like there's a trade opportunity near that important support level as highlighted when we were talking about the month's low. There's also multiple headwinds, and it looks like we have a high at the end of the day, however. So we break down through multiple support levels to meet that important ace of discs support level, which is a trade opportunity. And then we have a big move higher, it looks like towards the end of the day, and then a breakout even, but possibly from a lower level on the 8th, a breakout from a lower level, and another swing trade opportunity in the midst of some volatility that picks up steam as we move forward into the day. Important trough here on the 11th. We have either two swing trade opportunities or a one-day trade opportunity here. Hard to say, but we have an ace of discs and a prince of discs. So one trade opportunity around a new support level that's highlighted. Another trade opportunity near a period of rotation that increases bullish sentiment and momentum as we move forward in the hour. There should be something regarding Congress here on the 11th. We may have already heard something on the news on the 4th, but on the 11th, that what it's crossed with, that ruler, that leader of some sort, will be highlighted here on the 11th. And then we have, in that local low, we have, or that trough or month's trough or low, we should say, we have multiple headwinds pushing the stock down. We have a big move. Check my notes here. So we have a move higher from the bottom of a range to the top of a range, starting out of a decline on the 12th. On the 13th, we have a swing trade opportunity in the midst of volatility that picks up steam as we move forward into the day. Looks like we have a trough at the end of the day, and we have a sharp dip within a period of sideways rotation as the main theme, sort of. And then we've got on the 14th, we have a move higher through a resistance level. We stay there briefly, and then we break back down with like a full retracement back down. There's one local high, and it forms when we have a decline out of it down to and through support, and then we turn around and we come back and we reuse that support. On the 15th, we have a fast sudden move higher, marking the end of a period of rallying, and after that fast sudden pop higher, we break down through a diagonal trend line that we were rallying along, and increases in volatility as we move lower. On the 18th, there's a lot of movement on the 18th. Interesting. A lot of movement. A lot of movement between the 14th and the 18th, but a significant amount on the 18th as well. And it looks like we attempt to establish support. There's a swing trade opportunity in the midst of some volatility that increases in momentum and picks up steam as we move forward in the day. And then there's one local low that forms. So we have, on the 19th, we have an important resistance level highlighted. We break down from that resistance level with increasing volatility on the way down. We may see a low towards the end of the day there, a day's low towards the end of the day there. We have two local lows. Opportunity in the midst of volatility, a swing trade opportunity in the midst of volatility. Looks like to position oneself on both sides of the market, as well as on the 18th was to position oneself on both sides of the market. But on the 20th, we have a notable decline to revisit that ace of discs support level, or another important support level. We have a swing trade opportunity here with a big move higher on the 21st. Another opportunity to play both sides of the market in that swing trade opportunity. And then on the 22nd, we have a notable decline on a 1 month chart. There'll be a notable decline to one local low. Local low forms after we have a failed attempt to break through resistance that people are expecting us to break through. We turn around and we break down through important support. There's two local highs on that day. One local high forms in the midst of three pokes to the same price level, followed by a drop after the third poke. The other one forms when we have a big move higher out of being oversold. It looks like we may have a crest here at the end of the day on Friday. Interesting. Continuing decline on the 25th. Something to do with more globally than just having to do with MNMD. But there's a swing trade opportunity in there to position oneself for both sides of the market. And so when I say that, I'm talking about opening calls and puts, or covered puts, or excuse me, you cover your long positions, your shares with puts. But we have one local low here in the midst of some volatility that increases with momentum, and it looks like a trade opportunity at the end of the day to cash in. On the 26th, we have a decline that increases with momentum. This may be a month's trough as well, but it's a notable decline that increases with momentum as we move forward in the day. There's one local high that forms when we have a big move out of being oversold, and then there's the local low forms when we have a breakdown through a support level. We meet a second support level and then we move sideways, rotating along that support level. On the 27th, looks like we pop back up from the 26th. We have sideways fluidity, equal amounts of bulls and bears, and we travel along support. There's one swing trade opportunity again to position it within both sides of the market. A lot of volatility, guys, a lot of volatility. And then on the 28th, we have another crest or month's high early in the day, it looks like. We have one swing trade opportunity in the midst of that volatility to position oneself in both directions. And then we have one local low that forms when you have a fast sudden move higher, marking the end of a period of decline. The 29th, I've advised to be cautious. There may be multiple false tops, multiple false bottoms. Let's see here. Completion of a bullish trend on the 29th. So multiple false tops likely. And then the sneak preview card for August is we move higher out of, even in the face of overwhelming headwinds, we move higher. I'd say there's a good trade opportunity. There's a lot of, the whole week of the 18th to the 22nd, there's each day has opportunity to play volatility. I'd say the best trade's probably on the 19th to the 22nd. But again, playing both sides of playing volatility both sides of the market. In any case, guys, that's MNMD. Sideways fluctuations with a bullish trend preceding decline. And if you want to see more MNMD, hit that like button, let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Do me a favor and hit that share button. That's share it with your friends. Let's get some people involved and help them out as well. Most importantly, though, my friends, keep it flowing forward. Pay forward when you make that money from this trading. I'll see you guys on the next one.